We just bought a collection of Barber halves and 4 rolls of piece dollars. These are all uncirculated. We're going to look for errors and varieties. Stay tuned. Hey collectors, thanks for watching. I'm the collector of coins, and that's right, as I said in the intro, I just purchased a collection of Barber Half Dollars. We're going to take a look at these. We're going to look at look specifically for varieties, errors. We're also going to check out and debate this one. And we got 4 rolls of uncirculated piece dollars. We'll also check for errors and varieties or anything that's in really high-end condition that we might contemplate sending out to get graded. All right, with that, hoping that you would subscribe to my channel if you're not yet a subscriber, or at a minimum, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. There's a description below that has links to the mat that I sell and other resources. All right, well, let's get started. I'm gonna organize this a bit. I think what we'll do is we'll look at the piece dollars first. I'm gonna get gloves on because these are uncirculated. I don't wanna get any fingerprints on them. And then we'll move to the half dollars. I got my microscope handy. We'll turn it on shortly. All right, stay tuned. All right, we're gonna crack into these, or I should say dive into these. Let's get that in focus. That one I would say is probably MS62, given the impairments on the face. But what we're gonna be looking for specifically are VAMs, particularly die clashes and other die marks. And we'll be using the Cherry Picker's Guide for that. And I'll pull you in if we happen to see a variety. And we'll look at a few together. All right, well, we got the coins out of the first roll, coin tube actually. And to be honest, it was hard getting these out. They were stuck in there. They've been in here probably for years. We'll start looking at these carefully. And like I said, I'll bring you in to look with me, especially if we find something. Well, I pulled you in to see this one. This one might be the nicest one out of the roll. It's uncirculated, possibly dipped. I'm feeling a little skeptical about most of these. I mean, there is luster. At best, this one will probably get an MS63. It's borderline MS64, except for the impairment right around the lips is a fairly big detractor. I would say most of these are 61s and 62s with a few, maybe 1 or 2 63s. This is the nicest one. Now we started looking for the VAMs, and the very first one that we looked for in these is this die break in the field above dollar on the reverse. None of them have it, so we're gonna take a look now, see if any of these have the earring variety. Well, we're looking at the second roll now. Put one underneath the microscope. You can see there's just damage along the nose. Now, I was looking for a die break, actually. I don't think that's a die break. I think it's just bag marks, frankly. I could be wrong, but based on the book that I'm looking at, this is not in there. And, you know, it's a real shame because it's a nice, these are nice looking coins, but none of them are better than 63, unfortunately. Okay, well, we're gonna put these back into their tube, get into the third tube. You know, they are very nice looking. They're in great shape, but there are definitely weak strikes. Most of these are uncirculated. Some might be AU. Again, I'm sort of debating a few based on, is it the strike that I'm seeing or is it wear? Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to tell. And piece dollars typically have been weakly struck. This one, you can see it's got even a ring of death around America from being, I don't know, rubbed up against something else. I don't know if you can see that. That's not an error in my opinion. In any event, still really nice to have. We'll put these back in the tube and move forward to the next tube. You know, these piece dollars are great for stacking if you're into silver stacking, and particularly if you like US issued classic coins. I mean, these are now over 100 years old. Still in beautiful condition, 90% silver. It's a big chunky coin. It's pretty. Well, we have two that are in really nice shape. Quite possibly 64, MS64. Not sure I would send this in to get graded, though. You know, would be barely worth the grading fee. You know, if I take what I paid for the coin plus the cost of grading, probably would only break even on it. And even then, you know, this would have to be a MS65 or MS66 to be worth it. And this is not a 65. There are just too many scratches from contact marks for it to be a 65. Excuse the hand. Here's another one. This one almost as nice, but it has a few more contact marks on it. It's a shame. These are really nice looking coins. But again, I'll just probably sell these as bulk 90% silver at the next coin show that I attend. Hopefully someone will adopt these. All right, well, it's time to dig into these Barber halves. We have 100 of them here. This one intrigues me. I'm gonna take it out of this flip. We're gonna look at it together carefully. And then I'd like you to leave a comment on if you think this is a proof Barber or just a really well struck business strike Barber. All right, hang on, let me get this out of here carefully. Okay, we can get a better look at this Barber half. This is what, be careful here. This is what I'm worried about on this one. Despite the phenomenal strike, that luster, I cannot tell if it's been cleaned or if it's original. I'd love to believe that it is original. I mean, look at the details. The toning is really cool. I'm going to put this both first underneath my loop to study it more. I'll put it underneath the microscope as well. Microscopes are not great for grading, but they are great for looking for errors, varieties, as well as to look for potential signs of cleaning. And what I would be looking for would be swirl marks or micro scratches that interrupt the natural luster of the coin. This is toned on the reverse. It's toned on the obverse, but that looks like it's polished. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. So here's the reverse underneath the microscope so that you guys can see it. Put it back underneath. It looks like there's dirt or particles around the devices, which to me would mean it probably was in circulation. This might be closer to AU. I mean, look at the, sorry for the angle. Look at the little elements on the field there. And then if I turn it over to the obverse, I think I had seen some micro scratches in somewhat of a circular motion. You can see them over here. I mean, you get some amazing color and toning on this coin. Don't get me wrong, this coin is absolutely beautiful. But the debate is proof coin or cleaned. And I'm leaning towards cleaned, but I'm not confident. And I am tempted to roll the dice to get this certified by PCGS to see if they deem it as cleaned or a proof coin. I'm leaning towards AU53 cleaned or proof 53. Yeah, this is a tough one. So if this is not a proof coin, if this is a business strike coin, it's relatively low mintage, 934,000, and could be worth a bit. I think I'm going to take a chance on it and send it out. You can all yell at me in the comments if you think I'm making a big mistake. All right, this will go off to PCGS in my next batch. I am prepared that this will come back AU55 or AU53 cleaned. It's worth the I think it's worth the risk. And when it does come back, we will compare my prediction and my fear with what PCGS says. Well, we've gone through a bunch of the half dollars, maybe about 2/3 of them. These are all in good, very good condition. They're not really worth more than a premium on melt. So I'm putting them in a roll and I'll bring them to a coin show and see if anyone wants to buy rolls of mixed date Barber halves. Hey collectors, we have this very nice 1909 San Francisco. There is a variety. I'm gonna put it on the in a pop-up over here of an inverted S, and we'll take a look to see if we have one of those. Wow, look at that. I think we do. Let me spin this around. See if I can find the mint mark. Yeah, upside down, that looks like a proper S. Right side up, it does look like the inverted S. Let me pull it out of this flip so that we don't have as much glare, and I'll bring you back in to examine it with me again. All right, well, there we go. Out of the flip, much easier to see. That is 100% an inverted S. Wow, cool variety. Let's get this into a different flip. Nice. Well, collectors, on top of the Constitutional Silver, 90% silver, I'm selling in rolls at a little bit of a premium above melt. These are some of the cooler ones, including 3 key dates down here. They're all in pretty rough shape, so they're not going to command a premium. But these are great for people looking to finish a collection and having trouble with some of the more difficult dates in the series. All right, well, collectors, thanks for watching. Glad we found a variety. And with that, I wish you happy collecting.